Yeah, had an opportunity, had a chance at the end, obviously, to win a game in a tough environment. It's a tough place to play, really tough place to play. Awesome rivalry, right? They do it right. They pack this place, and it's a fun environment. I'm proud of our guys. If you look earlier in the week, you just didn't have a lot of effort, right, and energy and enthusiasm and just love for it. And we got after it for 2 days in practice with two very, very challenging practices. And to come into this environment and play like that, I'm proud of our guys, right? Obviously, we lost, disappointing, but really, really proud of the step we made to take a step forward with our team. And I told our guys after the game, if we play that hard and together, we'll have a chance in our league to beat anybody, and we will. Look at the league standings; they're kind of all over the place. So we just gotta keep getting better, right? That's the main thing. We got to keep getting better so we can be very good at the end of February and peaking when we go into March.
Coach, just how impressed were you with Caleb's performance, really asserting himself on the offensive end today?
He always does, right? Usually he always does. So it's no surprise, right? That's why we brought him here, to be a playmaking, scoring guard. So, a couple weeks ago was sick and kind of battled through some things, and now he's back to full strength. And I think the league has seen that he can really score the ball in a variety of ways, but it's no surprise to me.
Caleb, just how much fun did you have down the stretch in your environment, making tough shots down the stretch?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. With the crowd and everything, it's a big rivalry. Everyone was connected. Everyone was really together this game, so our energy was really high, and it kind of led throughout the game, keeping me up, keeping me motivated.
Just you mentioned on Thursday the need for the team to reset and practice on Friday. Just how do you feel like the team really brought those 2 days on the court?
Yeah, I think that was huge. We really had a competitive edge the next day in practice, and we had a competitive edge the next day in our walkthrough. We didn't go as hard, but we still were mentally locked in, and I think that definitely led to today. We came in this morning, everyone was locked in, woke up early, getting shots up, and we just got to continue to get better from here on out.
Coach, William Kyle III, just how tough of a cover is he on the offensive end of the floor?
Well, he jumps about 18 feet high, right? We saw that. I'm trying to think in my career, and we had one of the best shot blockers in the country at Utah State. I've never seen a kid block his own player's shot like that, where you're going with a hook shot, and that thing's up 3 or 4 feet, and he blocks it, and it's not a goaltend, right? I didn't know if it was or not, but I wanted to check it, obviously, to make sure it is, or call it. He does a lot of things on the defensive end, right? He's a very good offensive rebounder. He brings energy. He tries to dunk everything. I've always said it, like, South Dakota State's so good because they can recruit high school players and develop them, right? And if you watched him in high school, like the strides he's made to now, and I did watch him in high school, they're unbelievable, right? And that's a sign of a good program. I got a lot of respect for Hendo. Both Wisconsin guys have known him forever, and I know they're always going to do it right and develop their players. And you look at down the line, you got Apple's been here for how many years? William Kyle, Matt Mims, Zeke Mayo. Easley was a transfer, but still they're getting in the gym and developing their players, and you can clearly see it with him. He's hard to guard, and he's very, very good defensively. Changes the game.
I know you're not into moral victories, but 2 years now you've come in here and played very hard. This hasn't historically been a place that's been kind to USD basketball. What has it been about your program that you've been able to come in here and you've been a player or two away from coming out of here with wins?
Well, here's the deal. We've got our butt kicked at home both years, right? So if you get your butt kicked at home and don't come in with an edge the second time we play, we got a serious problem, right? So credit to our guys for having that edge. It wasn't pretty watching the film from our place, and you just got in the gym, and we obviously just worked on ourselves. And typically we prep 2 days before the game. We didn't do any South Dakota State prep. We just played them a couple weeks ago. We just got in the gym and got after it. We did a one-day prep, and they don't run a ton of stuff. You'll find this out typically in college basketball. You have the players, you're going to win a lot of games, right? And they have very, very good players. So just credit to our guys. Part of it's getting our butt kicked at home, but part of it's just starting to understand the rivalry a little bit more.
You alluded to the parity in the conference this year. Does that make it a little easier to, I don't know if easier is the word, but wins, losses? It seems like maybe the wins and losses don't mean as much just because all these teams are so even. It's obviously going to come down to a tournament where it looks like everyone has a chance to win it.
Who won the league 6 years ago?
I don't know.
You don't remember it, right? But you remember who made the NCAA tournament usually every single year, right? So that's what matters, right? Everyone's like, yeah, we won the league in 17, 18? No, 16, 17, right? Nobody remembers that, right? But we lost in the championship game to get to the NCAA tournament. I remember that. Nobody else remembers it. They remember who made it. So I would say the biggest difference in our league, and our league has gotten better. There was some teams in our league where they were bottom 30 teams in the country. There was like 4 or 5 of them. St. Thomas has gotten better. Omaha's gotten better. Denver's gotten better. You just go right down the line. UND's got significantly better, which is great, right? It's making our league better, which we can sell that to recruits. It's no surprise. You click 2 buttons and you're on KenPom and you see the league rankings and you see and you can go each year back and you see what they were. Our league's better, right? So it's fun. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. You saw some road games that went the other way on Thursday. I don't know. Like as a coach, like I expect to win every game. I show up, prepare like we're going to win every game. But we've talked about this. It's not about, and I said this to our players, like we're trying to beat South Dakota State, right? But we got to get in the gym and get better so we can improve our culture, our competitiveness, so we can grow our program. So in 7 years, we're taking those steps where we're competing every single year for a championship. And I want these guys to be the thumbprint in that to have a chance in March.
So does it at all change the way you're coaching right now, just as far as, obviously, like you said, you're trying to win every game, but is there a little bit more of an emphasis on, getting better and making sure you're good in March than necessarily worrying about whether we won on Thursday or Saturday?
A little bit of both. I would say the difference between last year as a first-year head coach and now, I was so focused on every single game last year. How do we win this game? And this year, I'm way more focused, and you could ask me this 2 months ago. I'm way more focused on what can we do to win 3 games in 3 days or 3 games in 4 days to make the NCAA tournament. Now, we're a long ways away right now. There's no surprise on that. But that's what we're thinking about. Who are the players that can get us there? What are the schemes that can get us there? And it might not work right now, but it could work in 6 weeks or 5 weeks. I don't know. You guys probably know when the tournament's at. What day is it today? Sunday? Yeah, I know it's Sunday. So, yeah, good question.
Caleb, does it kind of feel like you guys are maybe one play, like one more thing goes right in a game, you can kind of get on a streak here? It just feels like a lot of these games, you're one shot, one play, something goes right, and maybe you guys get on that run here in the season. You feel like you're close, if one thing goes right, maybe it starts to turn this thing around.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's why we haven't really lost focus in our practices. We've done a really good job of keeping everybody staying positive regardless of the outcomes, because like you said, it's been close, especially the past few games. So we know we're getting better. Like, we know the things that we're doing are working. We just got to keep at it and keep going.
Yeah, we're in the dog days right now, right? And you tell your players everybody's sore, everybody's tired, everyone's been traveling. Everybody's feeling the same thing right now. It's who can be mentally locked in enough to show up at practice and compete every single day. Those are the guys that are going to win the championship, right? Because this is a crucial time where we can get better. Now, the effort piece, there's been very few times this year where I've been disappointed in our effort. I was very disappointed against UND, right? I could say maybe UC Irvine was another game where we got blown out, but typically we have the mindset. If you come watch a practice, our culture is very good. Like, we compete almost every single day. So that's the disappointing part as a coach when we play a team at home and our effort's not there, right? And like I told our guys, if we compete like this every night, like we did tonight, we'll have a chance to beat every team, but it's hard. It's the dog days right now. And, the teams with the best leadership, the best players that are leaders are going to figure it out.